Alrighty, hello everybody. So as promised, I am going to show you guys how we are going to arrive at a graph that looks very similar to this. Now, this graph I'm showing you right now is not the finished product. This is very similar to how it's going to look like. So I will walk through step by step and show you how to get to this graph. So let's get to it. So there you go. I deleted it. The first thing I want to do is I kind of want to make the spreadsheet a little more clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select and get all borders on the spreadsheet. So I'm going to come over here, drag and highlight all of the cells, go where it says home, and right here underneath where you select the font and the font size, you're going to go and put all borders, and you'll see that the borders will show up. Also, right here, you'll see this A, that is going to increase the size of your font. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. 14 is fine. You'll see that some of your titles are going to be squished within the cell. So in order to do that, we're going to once again highlight all of the cells. We're going to press this little button right here that says format. And right here, if you scroll down, it's going to say auto fit column width. Select that and it'll automatically adjust the size for you. The last thing as well is I want everything to be at least 2 decimal places. So these big numbers, we don't really need anything more than the original that we started with. The mass of the reagent was about 4 sig figs, but the volume is only 1 sig fig or 2 sig figs. So let's just leave everything with 2 decimal places. You're going to go ahead and highlight the numbers. And right over here underneath where it says general money sign everything, you're going to see these 2 boxes. These are the decimal place boxes. You want to decrease the decimal place. So you just click that until you get to either 3 or 2 decimal places. I think that's pretty good right there. I'm going to leave it like that. And same thing with this. I want everything to have the same number of decimal places. We kept 3, so let's just be consistent and keep 3 for now. So keep doing that until you get to 3 decimal places. This is a big number. This already has it. Right here, same thing. We can make this more consistent. So let's make this 3 decimal places. Or 2 decimal places would be fine, I would say. It's kind of arbitrary, you know? I'll ask and let you guys know for sure how many decimal places you should have. But the point is to make it cleaner. You can see now that the chart looks a lot more clean. So now that we have that, before we go into the chart, remember, PV is going to be on the y-axis, NT is going to be on the x-axis. And so remember, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 is the slope. So in this case, PV is y, NT is x. So we're going to make the chart now. Up here in the top left, you're going to select the tab that says Insert. And then you're going to select over here this menu that says Scatter Chart. You're going to click the Scatter Chart, and you're going to see, and this was one of the problems we were having, that sometimes when you select it, the data gets all strange and crazy. I'm actually glad that this happened because I'm going to show you how to clean it up. So you're going to click on your chart, and when you go up here, you're going to see this tab that says Chart Design. Right here, there's going to be a little button that says Select Data. My mouse is right over it right now. Click it. And then delete all of the series that the program automatically put on there. When you do that, you should have a completely blank graph just like that. Now we're going to manually select our data and manually name our series. Here's how we're going to do that. We're going to click Add. We're going to name the series. Well, the first series is about sodium bicarbonate. So it is NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. You're going to click where it says X values. And remember, your X is going to be your NT column. So drag down and select the NTs for sodium carbonate only. And then here in the Y box, you're going to see that it says bracket 1 bracket. Go ahead and delete that bracket 1 bracket. I don't know why it's there, but if I go ahead and select it and leave that there, it's going to give me an error. So just delete it. Go ahead and drag your Y values and click OK. And you'll see they will automatically populate. And you will see a little check mark with the title sodium carbonate right there. So now we have created our first data series. We're going to do it again. Click Add. Series name. Now we're going to do sodium carbonate. Na2CO3. We're going to click where it says X value. And again, we're going to go to the NTs only for sodium carbonate. And then again, delete the bracket 1 bracket and select PV for only sodium carbonate. Click OK. you'll see it'll make a new box with a check mark, and you'll see it now has an orange colored data series. We're going to do it again for aluminum carbonate. So go ahead and select aluminum Al2 parentheses CO3 parentheses 3. Aluminum has a +3 ionic charge. Carbonate has a 2- ionic charge, so make sure you balance your charges. Select your X values from the NT column again. Here we go. Delete the bracket 1 bracket. And then click OK. And now you have your 3 data sets and you have your 3 data points right there. Okay, we're not done. We have to add one more series name. This one is going to be all of the data points combined. So make a new data series, name it combined. Select all of the X values in the NT column, all of them, including the blanks if you have any. Once again, delete your bracket 1 bracket and select all of your PVs. Click OK. And now you'll see that the color has become a single color. That's because that is a combined data series, but it should perfectly overlap all of the data that has been shown so far. So if it looks like this, don't panic. It's okay. We're going to fix this right now, and I'm going to show you how. Click OK. It should disappear. Now, we're going to go ahead and add the trend line right away. Add trend line. You'll see the trend line is going to pop up. You should see the trend line cover the entire domain of all of the data points. So if it looks like this, it looks good. You'll also see that the legend shows up at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and fix all that. But first, we need to set our intercept to 0. If P is 0, V is 0, T should be 0, N should be 0. So we do have to click the box right over here on the right menu where it says set intercept to 0. Display the equation on the chart and display the R² value on the chart as well. And then drag those out of the way so they don't get in the way yet. And then there we go. Now we have to remove the combined data set from the legend and from the graph. We cannot remove the data series because it'll delete the trend line, but we do have to keep the data set there. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go and right click on the outlier, and this menu will pop up. It says fill and outline. So on the fill menu, go down and it says no fill. Click. On the outline menu, go down and it says no outline. When you do that, you will make the combined data set invisible while preserving the trend line. And so you can see there, the trend line covers the entire data set, but the series has been organized according to subsets. And you can see down here that the data set legend still contains the combined. Just go ahead and delete that. It'll automatically stay there. So there you go. You have your linear data set. You have your sub data sets. Each one has been individually colored. You can go ahead and select the color yourself the same way by clicking and right-clicking and then filling it in. Go ahead and fill it with like a yellow color if you want, and then the outline here could be like a yellow one as well. So look, now you have your yellow colors. I don't know that I did that right. So just go ahead and get to this point. We'll worry about the rest later. Okay. Next, you want to add your chart elements. So make sure you include your axis titles. Make sure you have your chart title. Make sure you have, don't worry about data labels or error bars, and everything else should be good. So there you go. You have that. Chart title should be first name, last name. So Eduardo Vite. Determination of ideal gas constant. And then R is equal to 0.0831x. And then I have to put the formula. Y is equal to, whoops, I made a mistake. I forgot to put the units on R. It's liters, atmospheres, divided by moles, kelvins. There we go. And then, can't spell. Moles, capital K. Oh my goodness. I'm all over the place. And then you have to put your formula. Y equals 0.0831x. And there you go. You have your title. Make sure that the box is the right size, the right area. Well, you can fix that yourself later. And make sure your axis titles are also there. So for this one, you can click. You'll see right there. It'll fill in automatically. This is P times V. And again, don't forget the units, liters, atmospheres. And then this bottom one is going to be N times T. And again, don't forget the units. The units are going to be mole times Kelvin. So N times T, mole times Kelvin. And there you have it. Now you have your graph with the title, with your equation, with your R squared value, with your axes labeled, and hopefully your individual data colored sets. So hopefully this video has helped you out. Play around with it. If you find you're still having some problems, please come to office hours, or on Tuesday, we will work on this after we finish the safety talk. So hopefully this video has helped a bit. Let me know, send me an email, schedule an appointment. I'm here to help you. Have a good night, and thank you very much for your attention.